Where's my bears gone?
Shall we? I deleted them.
Have we started?
Sorry. Have we started? Hello. Welcome
That was decent. That's decent.
I mean, yeah, you're going into the north. It kind of is. Anyway, so yes, welcome back to D&D. Last we left off, we
D&D?
finished up. Yeah, apparently.
Last we left
so.
off a month ago.
Last we left off a month ago. God, what a time.
I got married. I had 6 children. It was a busy time.
How many times did you get married?
Ben, carry on with your intro.
Fuck. Rehearse this. Last we left off, you guys did a bunch of stuff, finishing off the things in the Shattered Coast, which I will go over in the future when we get back to all that sort of stuff with the Black Prophet. But long story short, you defeated Halahand. Oramis came to terms and learned a bit more about sort of his power and his new ship, and what the whole thing is with being now the cursed captain of the ship.
Yeah, look at me. I'm the captain now.
You're always the captain. That doesn't work. You headed back to shore, wherein the Admiral was very concerned about a preacher in the streets, guy shouting on about some black prophet that would root out weakness and essentially make everyone's lives better and bring people into the righteous path. And then he directed his attention at you, where he said that you were all on the unrighteous path, you guardians, and that the black prophet could shield you under his great wings and bring about a change for all of you and bring you onto the correct path and things like that before he essentially exploded into acid, or essentially melted into acid. And that was that. But that's for another time. Right now, it's been a while. So Tiamat won and burned Ambyr down. We're rolling up some new characters, baby. No, I'm joking.
What? To walk around the ash that was Ambyr?
Yeah, basically, you can all only play Ash. That is it. It's a very basic character sheet. It's just white. Anyway, no. So you guys are your northern characters. You guys are Mittens, Nevedo, Giri, and Balzanor.
Hey up, pal.
And we went back in time a little bit, back to just after the war in the north had finished. The Guardians had been sent on their way, and Davyac thanked you all for your service. You were all paid. A few days later, a sort of red orb or red streak flew through the sky, which is very, very weird, but no action was taken against it, just flew over. Word also then came that the tower was destroyed, the tower a couple of days after that.
I'm good, guys, don't worry.
The day after that, Davyac said he was, Davyac, Maz's brother, the general, said he was travelling down south to finally see his family and take a break. However, this was a lie, it turns out. After you guys did some gallivanting around White Parish, the elven city, turning into T-Rexes in the street, selling off fake armor, the usual, buying some nice fancy stuff as well, you all returned to Northgard to help out with things, and a young green dragonborn approached you in your camp. He was very clearly not a soldier, and as he approached, he essentially told you that Davyac was in trouble, and that he had told him, if ever there was any trouble, to find you. So that's what he's done. You find yourselves speaking to him and learning that Davyac, like I said, had in fact headed up north, and on the way up north, they had all Ricky, the young dragonborn, and his group, and Davyac were all attacked by a large band of orcs. This band of orcs ambushed them, and there was way too many of them. Ricky managed to escape, and he saw Davyac was injured at the time, but he thinks he escaped, although he didn't quite see. He ran off down south. And he essentially then came to find you guys. Davyac didn't necessarily say why he was in the north or why, and Ricky has told you that Davyac wanted it to remain secret that he was in the north, as well as wanted it to remain.
The thing go over, just didn't think anything of it.
Yeah, and you all are told that the reasons he's in the north are his own, but he probably needs your help right now. And that's where we left off. So you guys, as we pick things back up, are in the sort of general's tent, a sort of a large tent with a large sort of map with a really, like I've said before, the north of Ambyr hasn't really been mapped because either no one's really been alive to go up there, map it out and come back, or no one's really bothered. But it's all sort of small little maps and small area maps of different places that make up hardly a map of, if you sort of think like this area, this sort of wooded area and some of these early mountains. Ricky is telling you that they were on the sort of farther edge of all of that, a couple of days travel away from here. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? And when would you like to leave? It's about sort of 8 p.m., 9 p.m. now. Would you like to now at night time or in the morning? What would you like to do?
How long ago did they go?
So Davyac essentially left, was it 2 days ago?
Yeah.
He went south but then swung back north. And that same evening he met up with Ricky and they were at that time just about passing Northgard.
Okay, so it can't be too far ahead of us then.
Yeah, can't be too far ahead, no.
So a day north would be so if he's 1 day north when they got attacked, it's going to take Ricky a day to get here, so that's 2 days. It'll take us a day, so we'll be at least 3 days behind.
Something along those lines. Something along those lines, yeah.
I think we head out, make a little way, and we can make some decent tracks in like a couple of hours and then bed down.
Yeah, heading out now.
Pace is the case.
Pace is the case. So yeah, that's what you're doing. Heading out now in the night time. Cool. In which case, you can all you'll make ready. You gather your things. You can all add a single health potion, a single regular health potion to your inventory. Just some stuff that would be lying about the camp. Refill any ammo. You can also add winter cloaks or winter garbs, whatever you want. Just some form of winter clothing, as it is fucking freezing up in the north, and without that kind of thing, you will freeze. Refill any rations, anything like that, and you can begin to head out. As you are, so how are you leaving? You just leaving through the northern gate of Northgard, or are you taking Davyac's approach of going down south a bit and heading up? What's the plan here?
So is Ricky coming with us?
Ricky is not. No.
Okay. I think
this is a very small, like 5 foot tall, skinny little dragonborn.
Okay.
He is. Yeah, he's remaining down south for the time being.
I think it makes sense to go where he was picked up. Where Davyac was picked up, and try and find something around there and try and track it from there. I don't see the point in going south. We're sort of just getting further away from where we need to be.
Yes, almost like head directly sort of east. And
yes, the way I see it is like he's gone down and then he's circled back up to try and confuse everyone. So we just cut out that bit where he went and did the illusion. Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. So this time of night, no one's really questioning you leaving, especially through the south gate. Things like that. Some people, it's sort of like the changing of the guard at this sort of hour. So some of the guardsmen are pretty tired.
Was Gary's logic. Rather than go south
Well-
and follow, we were going to go north and cut out the loop.
Well, it's like east, isn't it? Because he didn't actually end up getting that far past Northgard.
True. Yeah, so... Okay, yeah. So you head to the north gate then. At which point some guard... You realise it is very clearly shut. Very, very clearly shut off. And a couple of guards approach you as you walk up and... yeah. Bit late for you lads to be taking a stroll.
I'm a fucking lady!
Sorry.
Sorry, that was really uncomfortable.
Where are you all headed at this
Wherever we want.
this hour?
Why is Nevada so greedy? He's the kind of guy that could laugh at your joke or slit your throat, and you generally don't know which one you do.
My image of Nevado is just when he turns into a fucking T-Rex in the middle of a city, comes back down, and just stares at everyone with this very blank expression. It is all in the imaginings. It's just my favorite image. Generally we don't let people out the north gate, only like patrols and stuff.
Do you know who we work for? Do you know who we are to?
Well, the same person I do, and I'm pretty sure he was the one that told me not to let anyone go through the north gate.
Fuck.
Before he left.
We're on some special orders, okay? And it's imperative that we get out as soon as possible. And you're being a bit of an obstacle to that.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm going intimidation
Sir.
rather than persuasion.
An intimidation check. Okay, how in this instance are you being intimidating?
Well, I'm just saying, like, do you really want to go and like question Davyac? Do you want to waste the general's time with this? He's just asked us to leave, and you want to go back and ask him?
Well, then that's more of a deception check, because you're then trying to say that you've left. You're like leaving.
If I had a bitch on the end, is it intimidation?
Not quite.
Okay, I'm dreadful at deception, so please don't expect anything good here.
Wow.
Oh my god, a fucking
Can we start
zero.
again? Can we wait another month? Is that okay?
I'm really sorry. We've all been through a really, really hard year. Please don't make this evening any more difficult. You got to be on the list of the people to leave. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sure you could sign up for a patrol, but you probably won't be leaving until, I don't know. They leave on a sort of rota, so you probably wouldn't be leaving until tomorrow night, something like that.
Nevada, got an idea. I turn into a giant eagle and grab Balzamor and start flying over the wall.
Oh my fuck.
Yeah, just right in front of this guy.
Start shooting fire everyone.
I'm like, fuck this. I'm going.
How have we gone so chaotic so quickly? Why are we shooting fire?
Are you actually shooting fire everywhere?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so suddenly you turn into an eagle, grab Balzamor, lift him off into the air. They go, what? Okay,
I'm afraid of heights. I don't like those.
Captain! You just hear then from one of these sort of guard towers near the northern gate, a window sort of like smashes open. What?
She's open. What do you want?
What is it? Up there. And he points up to, just fucking Mittens as a giant eagle. Well, just as far as they're aware, a giant eagle flying with a fucking minotaur in its arms. What are Giri and Nevado doing at this,
Can I just look at Nevado and say, are you going to take his hint, or...?
Yeah, I suppose.
I'll put my hands up so you can grab me.
I suppose.
What are you doing, Nevado?
I'm turning into what's he turned into?
He's turned into a giant eagle.
Alright, can I do a giant owl instead?
Yeah, sure. Is that? I mean, yeah. That's, is that through polymorph?
I mean, I can wild shape into a giant owl, so.
Can you though? Because at certain levels you can't do it when they fly. Only at certain levels can they fly.
Well, fine, I'll polymorph it then. Whatever.
Oh, he was so close to actually wild shaping there. So close.
Yeah, so you just suddenly polymorph into a giant owl. This guy is stood there, and he's in a very conflicting position now because he's like, I don't want to try and arrest these people because I know it won't work. But at the same time, so he will try and actually grab, as you're sort of lifting off into the air, he'll try and grab your leg, Giri. Just to be like, oh, please no. See if he can grab you first. So,
did he ask permission to touch you?
Roll a contested athletics check or acrobatics check.
He's lost.
I mean, he has, but I just want to see how badly he's lost. Yeah. Yeah, he rolled a 13. Yeah, so this guy grabs, sort of like, as you're going up, he tries to sort of like grab your shoe, like, oh, come on, please don't do this. And you just easily just sort of flick his foot off. And suddenly you guys are just soaring through the fucking air in the dead of night. How far are you going north like this before you have to settle back down south again?
Probably not. Probably like just sort of like 10 minutes from the city, just so we're like far enough away where it feels like they're not going to bother coming after us.
Yeah, sounds good. You can hear as you're sort of as you're flying away, you can hear people sort of shouting like, oh, "Do we shoot them? No, we don't fucking shoot them. What do we do then, sir? We'll sort this out when they get back, if they get back. Everyone back to your positions. Everyone back to your posts." They don't really bother with anything at this point, and you guys, just fly overhead into the you fly overhead into the night. You it's about 10 minutes or so. You finally sort of swoop down slowly, manage to land in a decent bit. The road, as you sort of are traveling north, very quickly from Northgard turns from a sort of like cobbled pathway into just a dusty old road that's not been taken care of in ages. And since for the past year this road has been constantly walked up and down by orcs, goblins, God knows what, with supply runs, it's pretty wrecked. Yes, Nevada.
By 8th level, I can turn into a max CR1 creature. So not that it makes any difference, but it saves me a spell slot. Giant Eagle's a CR1 creature, so...
Okay, so yeah, instead you turn into a giant eagle. Cool. Doesn't make a difference, but there we are. You're flying up ahead. Yeah. From up here, it's actually, as you're sort of flying, it is actually quite a nice view just from like looking at the mountains under the moonlight, because it's a fairly clear night. It is quite nice. For a lot of...
Not such a nice view for Giri.
Oh.
Looking up at my bird bum.
Are you carrying her backwards?
Yeah, I'm on top of you. I'm riding you like I rode you in the Battle Royale.
Oh! Jeez. Alright, keep it PG. Don't keep it PG. But in that way, definitely. So, flying overhead, yeah, beautiful sort of view, and in this sort of clearness of the night, you can see the first couple of sort of mountains in the distance, ominously looking over this forested area and hills and plains before you. The road will generally take you towards the forested area first. So before then, you manage to sort of swoop down, find a safe space to land. You all land up. You are now, a good few miles easily away from the city. I'd probably say you're within sight of the edge of the forest. Would you keep going into the forest at this point, or settle down here for a bit of a nap?
Why do you call it a nap? Absolutely not.
I think we keep going and try and find it'd be hard to find exactly where he was taken, but try and head. Yeah, I don't know, because there might be signs of because they've obviously moved him away from there. It's just how we need something to work out where they've roughly gone.
Well, you were told they'd gone past an old, abandoned orc outpost. One that you would all somewhat remember. It was orcs that attacked. What happened after that, Ricky didn't quite see.
Okay, so we can probably safely assume that it will be an orc camp up north or a group up north. So that almost cuts out the need to necessarily go to where he was taken, because we can just go up north and try and find maybe a band and try and get some info off them by some unsavoury means.
Nice.
Nice.
So I think maybe we keep going north and then camp out at some point, get a rest, and then the following day try and capture or engage some sort of scouting party, if you like. I know the war's over, but they'll still have some bands roaming a little bit, I'd have thought.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. So you continue north a little while, slowly sort of walking to the edge of the forest. And as you're sort of getting closer, you're realizing the trees in this forest are massive. You know, like those like Californian redwood trees, like they're absolutely huge ones. Sort of like that size, but like, fern, winter, like mountain trees sort of thing. And it's absolutely gargantuan as you're looking at it. And as you get closer, like even just like in the shadow of the sort of moonlight walking towards it's very, very ominous. And you're traveling at a somewhat decent pace. It's not too long, so it won't make you roll anything before you arrive at the sort of edge of the forest. And everyone make me a quick perception check.
I am great at these.
You actually?
Oh, I actually am, yeah. I didn't think I was, but I actually am. I've got a +7.
I think, yeah, you have like a 17 passive perception. And I think you're the only one with a decent one.
Yeah.
I got 14.
Okay, 14 is pretty good.
Oh,
Good beer.
Oh, nice, yeah. So, actually, one thing I meant to say was anyone providing a light source? I was assuming so, but
I have the cantrip produce flame.
you could.
No,
you could
like,
produce flame. It's like 15 feet. It's 15 feet bright, 15 feet dim. Light. The cantrip does the same. I think.
I'm going to touch my horns and make them and use the cantrip light, so my horns are now glowing.
That's much cooler than yours, Luke.
Just this beacon guiding the way in the darkness. Yeah. So as you're traveling along, I'll say you won't do it with the disadvantage, and so most of you, Nevado's sort of like looking around. It's pretty cold as well, so you're sort of more focused on keeping yourself warm as a light sort of snowfall begins to drift down. It's not snow on the ground yet, almost just like that sort of glaze of snow on the green grass and things like that. But as you're heading towards, and you can see that the forest is a little bit weird because it is literally this like hard cut-off of the forest edge. And you're traveling towards it. And like I said, sort of Nevado's thinging up, but everyone else manages to look. And Balzano, you think you see something. But Mittens and Giri, you're a lot more perceptive. And you guys are looking ahead, and you can see something sort of darting through the forest's edge towards you very, very quickly. It's a white figure, very, very large. Almost like as you're looking at it, like a elk or something like that. But it seems its antlers are giving off a very, very faint glow in the darkness, which is helping you see it. It's very, very faint, but you do sort of notice the shapes moving on it and darting forward. And it begins to come out of the forest's edge, darting straight towards you guys. It's pure white elk. Like I said, these sort of antlers, very, very large rack of antlers as well, dimly glowing. What would you all be doing at this point?
Prep a dodge action.
Prep a dodge action? Yeah.
Speak
Anyone
with
else doing anything different? Speak with animals? Yeah, that's just one action as it's sort of darting towards you. What would you like to say?
Easy friend, how can we help you?
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Get out of my way! Leaps straight up over you guys' heads. Bear in mind, this thing is like, even just with its head, like 10 feet tall. So leaps up over you, lands directly where you are, and allows you to see it too. And sort of it turns around. They're after me. Please help! Look! And Geary and so Balzano, at this point, you probably would have turned to look at the thing, but Geary and Mittens, with your perception checks, you would have noticed something in the shadows trailing behind, maneuvering also through the forest. Nevada, you now look too, negating the surprise round. And as they see the fact that you're now sort of looking at them and have noticed them, they stop right at the edge. A large pack of wolves, very, very large wolves, stands proud and aggressive and very hungry. You can hear their growls just as they're in the shade of the trees. Standing next to these wolves, and some on top of them, just sort of leaping down off sort of riding their backs, are orcs. One or two hobgoblins as well, but they were sort of jogging to keep up the fray. And in the center of this pack, you notice a much larger wolf. And you could swear, even in this dim light, you can see it has not one, but two heads. Two mouths panting, tongues sort of lapping out of their mouths. Very, very sort of like salivary, wet and hungry. And on top is this very, very large, very, very strong looking orc. A spear sort of at his back. Now each of these wolves is about sort of 4 to 5 feet tall, but this one is at least 8 feet tall just on its own, this wolf, then with an orc on top of it.
Oh my Jesus.
It stands there, and they all sort of stand there looking at you at the moment. The elk looks at you, Nevado. Them bad, them really, really bad. Really, really, really bad. Really bad. They hungry. I tasty.
Fear not. We'll deal with them.
Just going to draw my katana.
Yeah? Draw your katana. And you can all hear... Does anyone speak Orcish at all?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
So you can hear a brief conversation between them as these hobgoblins speak Orcish. And they sort of look, and you can see they sort of peer for a minute in the darkness and go, "It is them. It is the what? The killers. The drinkers. So we need to run." The large orc on top of the two-headed wolf remains silent. He seems to be some kind of chief, or at least captain. And he looks down, raises a hand, almost to say silence. But this goblin speaks up. No, do you not know who these are? He finally speaks. I know who they are. But they will be no match for our numbers. And you can see there is probably about a dozen, well, maybe sort of 8 different, about 8 different wolves, each of them with a rider. And the two hobgoblins look at each other, like, "Look, you, I get you have this new fancy belief and everything. Ilneval will protect us. Grumsh was weak, but Ilneval is mighty. She will bring down these insects."
What's the name of that god, sorry?
Ilneval. You can make a religion check to see if you might... anyone can make a religion check to see if they would understand that. 3. You got no fucking clue. You weren't listening. Literally as it's spelled, so Ilneval. Again, Mittens, you're not entirely sure. But yeah, Balzanor, you pick up...
trying to pick it up.
Yeah. Balzanor, you do actually recall something, sort of in your mind, you recall Ilnaval. So the orcs have a almost like triumvirate pantheon of their own. So there is Grumsh, there is Grumsh's wife, Ilnaval, and there is their son, who is only called the Hunter in their sort of pantheon. He's not actually given a name. But Ilnaval is the wife of Grumsh. Grumsh is all about rage and fury and battle, whereas she is about the land. She is about, the land, the home, what it means to, a lot more of what it means to be orc outside the battlefield, as well as things like battle tactics and things like that. The two hobgoblins look up, like, well, all respects. But we're not foolish enough to believe in orcish gods, so they look at you now speaking in common. We are going to go deal with them by drop their swords, drop their shields, and you can hear the clank of their sort of like chainmail armor as they run away. The chieftain looks back at them, raises a hand, and you can see his eyes almost glint with silver. And two of the wolves' eyes glint with silver as well. And without even a spoken command, two wolves dart backwards, giving chase to the hobgoblins. The chieftain now turns to you. You, pointing his spear at each and every one of you. You all will die here. And then we take this prize of this stag, or you can cower away.
Can I shout back in Orcish? Let's not stand on ceremony then, and I'm going to charge in.
Yeah, alright. In which case...
I really wouldn't.
Yeah, in which case we'll roll some initiative, good sirs, with these characters.
When you were rubbing your hands earlier, when the guy was saying like, "Oh, we're gonna kill you," I just thought like, I just imagine you thinking like, smash cut to a lot of dead bodies and us just like doing little dances.
All right.
Oh, so. You thought you were bad, JJ.
I mean, you technically rolled better than me.
I'm guessing you have -1 on initiative.
Oh God,
you're a beefy girl.
Ooh,
yeah, I'm not very dexterous.
Yeah, she's like gridlock.
Exactly like good luck. You wait till I get my hands on this guy there, and I'll fucking kill him.
So Vedo, Balzan.
More like Cara Dune from Mandalorian.
Balzanor.
Yeah.
I just don't compare people to the Jews. Carry on.
That's a reference to the actor, in case anyone doesn't get it. Not the character in the show.
Cool. That's up there. It's fairly small, but it makes it fit. And I'll bring you guys over, actually, to the map. That would be rather helpful, wouldn't it?
Mayhaps.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
Oh, I keep zooming out. There's more. Right.
So, yes, there is
we fought these guys before and they go down pretty quick.
Yeah, so there is obviously the sort of woodlands edge, ranged attacks within this, like past the sort of woodlands edge will have disadvantage just because of the thickness of a lot of these sort of thinner trees as the edge is sort of fading out. But once they come out, yay, free game. This is just a random cart on the road that has just been abandoned there, left there by who knows what. Random sticks and things on the road as well. They're able to do whatever you want with them. First up is the chieftain, who is going to not do anything himself, but he is going to just shout, "Get them!" At which point, these wolves are going to use their reaction to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20, and this orc as well. 5, 10, 15. And And yeah, he's gonna throw a javelin. He's gonna throw a javelin. Why the fuck not? Towards Giri, the one charging up. Actually, he can throw two. First one fucking misses. Second one also fucking misses. It is at this point Ben realizes he should probably have his book. That would help to know if things miss. I mean, I know those two miss. It was a nat 1 and a 2. So. Fancy schmancy book. Yes, nat 1 and a 2. Those two completely miss, but that'll be his turn. Next up, it is the good old Nevado.
Oh, here we go.
Can someone draw me, or tell me, is this, hang on. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Actually,
is that a 30-foot radius circle?
5. Hold on. No.
Doesn't look perfectly.
So, yeah, it's also not really perfectly circular, but.
You achieved none of your criteria, but apart from that, it's lovely.
Someone draw me a 30-foot radius circle, please.
Who put you in charge of this little band?
Well, I tried drawing one and it wasn't good enough for you.
Hold on,
I say
I've got it.
Be the radius of his spell. If he can't draw, he can't cast spells.
Hey, look at you with your bagpipes. Why don't you squeak away over there?
A bagpipe is definitely not a squeak. 15, 20, 25, 35, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That is a 30-foot circle.
That is bloody beautiful. I'm going to cast Maelstrom.
Put Maelstrom in the thing. A massive 5-foot deep water appears and swirls at a 30-foot radius net at a point you can see within range. The point must also be on the ground. Must be on the ground or in a body of water until the spell ends. That area is difficult terrain. Any creature that starts to turn there must succeed in the strength saving throw or take 66 bludgeoning damage and be pulled 10 feet towards the center.
What the fuck?
I'm going to make this a thing that you can grab so you can just put it wherever the fuck you like. Okay, it doesn't seem like that's a thing I can do. So just point at the square you would like the center to be, and I'll do that for you.
Roughly there.
It's really small. I've deleted myself accident. Sorry.
Gary.
Yeah, that's pretty good, Ben. Thank you.
There we go. Cool.
I didn't think I have any bonus actions. So, well, I do, but I'm not going to cast any.
I was genuinely about to ask the question, what letter do orcs start with? I'm having a good day. Good day.
It's that silent P that gets you.
It's the silent Z that really just knocks you off your feet. Right. There we go. Move out of the way, dinner. You have gone cold. That's sad. Righty, yes. You cast Maelstrom. Anything else on your turn?
Nope. I'm going to stay here for now.
Cool.
I was tempted to just go straight in with 16 bears and just, but I want to try my new toy.
That's fair. Balzanor.
66 is quite a weird amount of damage.
Kind of too far away to do anything.
Doubt. Absolute doubt on that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, without using a really high...
legs are for, but...
I'll rephrase what I'm trying to say. I'll rephrase what I'm trying to say. I don't really want to use my big spells straight away.
Oh, Matt, without metagaming it too much, we're not far off having a long rest, so do whatever the fuck you want.
Alright then.
Without metagaming it too much.
Man's got to have fun. Do not go around and do level 2 spells. Just do whatever you want.
Cast Fireball and then since it goes out in my spell.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you have zigged and zagged there, my friend.
I have a bit, haven't I? I didn't really mean to do that much zagging, but there we are. I'm going to cast Cloud Kill.
Fuck.
That. And
yes.
Aim is it radius 104. Around about here.
Do you want to try drawing the square?
Radius.
No, the range is 120.
Oh.
I'm not trying to read everything of
125 feet, 20-foot radius. Do you want to try drawing the square?
Okay, 20-foot radius. Because I thought Matt said the same. Like, if they said 100-foot radius.
No, I'd love it to be, but
everyone hold your breath.
Alzanor has turned into a German.
Can't do a decent surfer now either.
War crimes in the north.
Is that 20?
Yeah.
Or is it,
yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, it's 20-foot radius.
Splat.
Kershplatten. Excellent. On their turn, they'll have to make that save. And probably die. Fan-fucking-tastic. Alright, so. Is that everything, Balzamor?
Trying to work out what I actually can do as a bonus action, but I'm trying to go through every one of my spells and trying to remember what I can do. So for now, let's say yes.
You do have a meta magic option that can turn a spell into a bonus action.
Okay, interesting, but won't use it yet, but interesting.
Cool. Alright. Mittens. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm somewhat of a melee fighter, and unfortunately, my party has turned the entire area into a place I cannot go.
It's just you and Giri battling over this one poor orc over here.
Hey, you don't know what I'm going to
do. Yeah. Oh no, everything's just frozen for me.
Swing away, it's Wonderwall.
So I'm going to use a spell I haven't used before on this character, and I'm going to cast a large on Giri.
Ish.
Giri, you suddenly just feel yourself, like, as you're making this charge, growing and growing, and you're now about as tall, you're like eye line to the orc on top of the wolf, and he's sort of like, his eyes have gone like wide as this sort of maelstrom is beginning to form around him. Anything else, Mittens? Then you're gonna run up to there. Sounds good. And Giri. Oh no, wait.
And then with some fire bagpipes.
Oh god!
I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on Giri as well.
Oh,
I love it.
I will kill Giri. I will kill Giri so quickly if you do that again.
Wait,
do it again.
Okay.
Do it again.
I'm entirely joking, but
JJ, look on the chat for next turn.
You'll kill Giri, okay.
Why am I getting murdered?
No, not Giri. Mittens. Fuck.
Collective punishment.
No,
that's a war crime. It is a war crime. Excellent.
That's the tagline. If you wanted a title for this session, JJ, now that's a war crime.
And Gary, what would you like to do, my friend?
Have all of the orcs gone?
They haven't gone yet.
They rolled below a 6.
They rolled a natural 1 on it.
Oh my god.
So far for the enemies, I've rolled a 1, a 2, and a 1. So, there we go. Fun.
Oh yeah, so
I'm gonna
have a D8 to add to stuff. A D10 to add to stuff.
Does it change my strength at all? Or
you have advantage on all strength checks and strength saving throws, and all your attacks get 1d4.
okay, cool. And I got that Bardic Inspiration as well.
Yep.
Okay, right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Right, I can actually get here and I can attack that wolf without getting into the...
roll to hit.
22?
Yeah, 22 hits.
14 plus a d4.
14 plus a d4.
18 damage.
18 damage. It's still up for now.
Right. On this next one, I'm going to take a -5 penalty to get plus 10 damage.
Okie dokie. Yeah, so first attack, you sort of swipe in. The second one, you bring up a very, very hard thing. Oh! That just hits.
No, not with the -5, surely.
Oh, no, not with the -5. No. Yes.
Okay.
Forgot about that. Oramis
Bardic
is
inspiration,
Bane.
so you can add.
It's a D8, isn't it?
It's a D10.
Oh, it's a D10. Oh, I'm actually.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Here we go. 6, 15?
15 hits.
Oh my god, thank you, JJ. So I get to reroll that 2 in my damage roll. I didn't even check that on the other one, actually. Oh, no, it's fine. D6 in it.
The wolf also needs to
How
make
did
a
you roll
con save.
14 slashes? Needs to make a con save.
Yes.
Fucking no, it doesn't. It's dead.
Yeah, so that's actually.
It died a very, very
That's 29
dark...
damage in that hit?
In that one hit, yeah. I think that messed up a wolf with 37 HP. Good job.
Yeah, so using Bardic Inspiration on attack also means it has to make a con save or take thunder damage equal to the Bardic Inspiration die.
Oh, that's Jesus. Cool. Yeah, so as you just charge towards this wolf, it starts to sort of bite at you, but you just manage to slash over just across its face in the first attack, and then as it's somewhat stunned, reach up and just chunk straight down on its head, and this wolf goes bye-bye. Nice. Anything else on your turn?
Not an action or anything, but I'm gonna level. I'm gonna absolutely mess this wolf up, and then just level my sword with the guy on the 2-headed wolf, and just shout, "Ready when you are."
Menacing.
All right.
Not if you said it like that, Luke. Oh, so menacing! Oh my god!
Now I need to make so many saves. Oh my god. Okay, so let me see about this.
I'm gonna go for the cat one. Let me know what happens when I come.
I'm gonna start with Nevado. So Maelstrom. Massive 5 feet deep water, 30-foot radius, point until the spell ends. They're difficult terrain. Creature starts its turn and succeeding a strength saving throw will take 6d6 bludgeoning damage. Okay, so strength saving throw. They're orcs. This is their thing. Okay, so what's your DC? Spell save DC 16. Okay, so green passes.
Boo.
Purple fails.
Good.
So purple gets pulled 10 feet towards the center. 5, 10. Sorry, pink fails. Purple also fails. He's in the center.
Good.
Fuck him. Big guy passes easily. Wolf also passes easily. Red also passes easily.
Boo. What about the wolf?
The red wolf.
Oh,
He does fail. 5, 10. Roll 66 for me.
Okay.
What you doing?
D6 times.
Oh,
that's a lot of ones.
15. That's a lot of ones. That's a lot of ones. 15 bludgeoning damage to each and every one of his.
It's such a cool spell with if you could just fling a fireball and all of that as well. That's a pretty lethal combination.
Abuse.
Yeah.
Abuse.
I reckon you could layer it up with a spike growth. So if they get dragged 10 feet,
Yeah.
They also take-
Oh dear God, yeah, that would hurt. That would hurt.
and then also if they're trying to get out of it,
it's
it's
just not happening.
it costs them extra movement because of the spike growth. So they'd have to move at half speed to try and get out. So they'd be
Next time we Nevado parties up with Mazzy, we'll discuss our tactics before we go into this.
We'll discuss our war crimes.
Yeah.
And then if you
War
put Cloud
crimes
Kill in the
need
centre, you're just
perfect
dragging
sense.
them into poison gas.
I know. I realised I should have put Cloud Kill in the middle now, just after Luke did this, but it's fine. I'll let him have his moment.
Okay, so this guy here is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to say 35, 40 to get more than half of him out of it.
Ooh.
45, 50.
It is difficult terrain.
It is. So that's why I've said he has moved all of his 50 feet to move.
He has 50 feet of movement.
He's on a massive wolf.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but can he not?
He's only got 4 legs.
This guy is going to move out here. This guy moves out here as well. The
Does he
two
want to go an extra 5
orcs.
feet?
2 orcs here are going to throw javelins at you, Geary, because you're really big. That is a 17 to hit.
That just is, yeah.
And a 22 to hit. Alright, so what do we got? We got 8 damage and 4 damage.
12.
This guy, it's not his turn yet, so we can't obviously do. Wait, no! I made mistakes. I apologise. It's not his turn, he can't move, he's not with the rest of them.
I wonder what he's going to do on his turn.
I wonder. This guy has moved 10 feet, so he's going to go 15, 20, 25, 30. And as he's sort of charging towards you, Mittens, he's going to try and throw a thing at you, but I'm assuming a 9 misses. There's this javelin just... And now for Balzanor. We need to make con saves for orcs.
Yes. Did I go in the chat? There you go, that's what it is. My spell save DC is 15, not 14. Don't know why it says 14 at the bottom.
Are you sure it's set to your charisma? Not something else. Or have you set your level as 11? No, 12.
Yeah, I'm level 12, and my spell save DC is 15 on charisma. But this, I've just put in, it says 14 at the bottom.
What's your charisma modifier?
What's against the strength modifier?
16.
16,
So 3.
so that's 3.
Yeah.
So...
8 plus 3 plus 4 is 15.
Yeah.
Spell's probably set
Okay,
up
well...
accidentally on a different mod or something like that.
Yeah,
probably.
something like that. It's fine. We'll go with 15.
Spell casting ability
obviously.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Weird.
Being weird.
Roll 20 being weird. So we need a couple of things from orcs. So they have that to their con. So blue guy passes. Orange guy fails so badly. Yellow guy.
Did you
also
add this spell
passes.
in, Matt, or did you drag it in?
It's typed in. So
Wolf
Okay,
passes.
that's why I just checked Gylndan, and the lightning bolt's not in the system, and I typed that in, and that's still on a lower DC since I've leveled up. So I think that's probably why.
yeah,
So
we just go off what
what is it?
anyway, not hold up in the chat.
So you've already rolled 5d8.
I rolled 24. Yeah.
24 damage.
24
So,
poison damage.
this
24,
orc, just suddenly casting this sort of thick smog of smoke, just sort of coughs, splutters, and sadly dies. Very, very
That
badly.
was my intention. No sad
The
about
wolf passes. No, the wolf fails, but isn't dead. This guy, everyone else passed, sadly. So they take half damage. But there we are. And they're going to 5, 10, 15, 20 just randomly charge forward because
Just
it's
before,
thick
sorry,
smog.
I've just realised further down it says the fog moves 10 feet away from you, so me, at the start of each of your turn. I didn't see that before. Can I just redcon and move the circle my way a bit so then it moves? Or are we leaving it as
I'm
is?
going to say no.
Yeah, fair enough. That's fine.
This damn
Read the
wind is
spells.
moving my fog.
This damn wind's moving my fog. Bastards. So yes, this orc is going to move. I think he can, so he gets to here, out of the fog. Oh my god, yeah, because it's like, I think it says it's difficult. Yeah, heavily obscured. So he gets out here, he can finally properly see, and is going to move his last thing up to mittens. This guy is going to just charge forward. 15, 20, can finally see. 25, 30 is going to throw a thing at mittens. This wolf is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Odd.
You want some?
5, 10, 15, 20.
Wolves are canine, aren't they?
Bonus action aggressive.
That why they're going
5,
for you as a cat.
10, 15. I have some attack rolls to roll, so wolves,
How have you got 4 people on you?
wolves with advantage. Oh god, that's still only a 14? Yeah, 14 to hit from the first wolf. Second wolf's rocking up with a 19.
That hits.
So that is... Oh god, that's 12 piercing damage. And can you make me a strength saving throw?
12 piercing damage, strength save. 6.
You are now prone.
Cool. Gary is now small. It's going really badly.
Here he got small. And then Javelin from the Red Orc is a 19
Disadvantage because I'm prone and it's a ranged attack.
Disadvantage because you're prone and it's a ranged attack. Good you remember that because that's a 2. And the yellow guy also now needs to roll a disadvantage because you're prone. Which is a 15.
Misses.
And now the blue guy gets to attack with advantage.
That is true.
Can he get a crit? He can't get a crit, but that's a 23.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Actually, D10. He's wielding a big battle axe with 2 hands. So he's going to go use the D10. And that is... Oh god, that is 10 slashing damage.
Cool.
And that is all she wrote for those guys. And then these people in here finally are going to try and move. They're going to try and move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, wading through the water. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Whew! Got through it in the end. Next up is the big guy. The big guy already did his thing. He passed. And we all know where he goes. He goes there. Throws a thing at Giri. That is a 18 to hit. And that is... oh, fuck, what's its... bonus to hit, you bastard! No, what's its damage on the hit, even? Plus 3, so that's 6 for the first one. And what's its bonus to hit there? That's... And the second one misses very, very badly.
Just 6 damage,
yeah, just 6 damage. It then uses its bonus action to command things to do things. Uh-oh. So over the way, it can see a wolf, and its command can either get things to move half its movement or attack. So the wolf's going to get a bite in. It's a natural 20.
Oh my
on
god.
Mittens. 9 plus 3, that's 12 piercing damage on you, Mittens.
Cool.
It's going to get this guy to move 5, 10, 15. And it is going to get the other orc to make an attack as well. He gets advantage. That hits. That was a natural 19. What am I doing using that? He's wielding two-handed axe. Worst damage, that's 4 slashing damage. He's done. Nevado, what would you like to do?
Go for the big guy, I've got this.
Well, my problem is Maelstrom is a concentration spell.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to cast another spell, can I cast another spell as long as it's not
Yeah.
concentration?
You can cast, as long as it's not concentration.
You can tell Oramis doesn't have many spells.
Yes. Well, yeah, you haven't asked for a long rest yet. No, a short rest yet.
A slight problem is I think most of my spells are concentration in some shape or form. So bear with me 10 seconds while I'm going
9,
to...
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Yeah, do you know what?
What?
I still can't think what I'm going to do.
It's a good time for a break.
I'm maybe we'll we're at the top of the round. Yeah, fuck it. We'll take a break here. Meet back in 5 when Luke's finally figured out what he's going to do. Let's go. Let's get back into it. Nevado, do you know what you're doing?
Wild shaping into a direwolf.
What, wild shaping into a direwolf?
Mhm.
All right. You wild shape
Do you
into a
maintain
direwolf.
concentration in wild shape form?
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
You do. Direwolf.
So
You are now thus.
Which also means you get the creature's con stat right for your concentration checks.
yeah, I think so.
I'm pretty sure a direwolf's con is worse than yours.
It's a 15. My con is probably quite good. So
Yeah. But there we are.
yeah, my
you
my
are-
con's 18. So
Jesus.
That's really good.
You are now a direwolf. Have you got the stats for a direwolf?
I have got them here.
Yeah, good. What would you like to do?
I'm guessing I don't get my speed, my movement, and then the direwolf's movement if I move. No.
No, because you are now a direwolf. You get the movement of.
No, but if
That
I moved as Nevado, I wouldn't then move 30 feet
No.
and
no.
then yeah,
What's the
No,
direwolf?
sadly not.
50.
So I think you'd get if you move 30 feet, then transformed, you'd get 20 more feet, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
But you
Makes
wouldn't
no
get
difference.
80 feet.
You're also a large creature, so I've just made you large. There.
Okay, so 5.
I've been packing on the paddle.
He's very sensitive about that.
He's a druid, though, so he's probably just a veggie.
How do you get fat eating nothing but vegetables?
Eat lots of them. And bread.
Yeah, bread will do it.
Cheesy bread.
Cheesy bread, nice.
Oh.
I love cheese on toast so much.
Cheese on toast with a bit of tomato soup.
Oh,
Sorry, enough of that. Don't distract me.
How did we get here? I don't understand.
So,
I can't really do anything else. I could dash, but I don't strictly want to run straight into a fight when I can't attack, because otherwise my spell will end. So
that's fair. So there you are. You're now a direwolf. It's pretty cool. Do you look any different in direwolf form?
it's like a normal sort of direwolf, but with a green tinge to his fur.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I like need some milk.
Cool. Anything for your action, or
I'm just gonna howl threateningly.
howl threateningly? I love it. Balzanor, it is your turn.
Right. I'm just going to go over so I can get a little bit closer. So I am within range. Let's go about here. I'm then going to cast. as a
Why are
bonus
you
action-
all leaving the downed ally?
Trust me.
Don't worry.
Fine.
Let me
He
finish.
says he's
Let me
got-
That's
finish.
why. That is why he said he's fine. I
He said
trust
he's
him.
all right.
He's delusional. He's had the shit knocked out of him.
I've still got 52 hit points.
Oh my god.
Oh, Lord.
Right. Are we good?
Yeah, go
yeah.
for it.
I'm going to, as a bonus action, cast Fast Step. And yeah, on the top of the wolf.
Okay.
I
You're
run to
now
the body
on
next
top
to him.
Yeah.
I run to the body next to him. I'm just going to go, fuck you, and cast Thunder Step to disappear again.
And where do you go with
I'll
Thunder
come back
Step?
over here to help Mittens, but Thunder.
Problem.
How have you moved so much?
Yeah. So you can only cast one spell per turn,
Oh, it's a bonus action.
but it's still a spell.
Can I do? Is there a
You can only cast one spell and a
Sorcery
you can
point.
cast a spell and a cantrip.
Yeah. So you can.
yeah?
do
But is there a some sorcery points I can use to turn
No.
one of my spells?
Even with
into-
sorcery
Oh,
points,
okay.
very sadly, you can only
Damn it.
cast one spell per turn.
I knew there was going to
That
be something
was-
wrong with that.
I thought you were
I
going to
just
zoom
knew
in.
there was going to be something wrong.
Fine with the club.
It was a
That
great
was
plan.
very, very cool. It was a great plan, fucking zigzagging around the place, but
Oh, this is
I'm
such a
sorry.
Good plan. Just teleport and be like, "Fuck you," and teleport. Out.
I mean, you can still fast step over to him
Yeah, but the point is I could then get away and then have 3d10 damage on him by getting away. That was the plan.
I see.
Good.
Um,
Also, imagine that.
well, what would you?
Would have fucking collapsed as a Minotaur landed on it.
I don't know. It's got pretty hefty strength.
Yeah, no.
Damn it! Now I don't know what I want to do if I can't do that. Oh, screw it! I'll just fireball him.
Oh yeah.
Fuck it! I'll just fireball him. That's gonna be let's get that on a t-shirt.
86 damage.
Oh, that's less damage.
Dex save 15. All right. So so wait, where is the fireball? Like what square exactly are you putting it on?
I'll stay there, so then hopefully it gets all the
there. So it gets all them. All right. So
all of them and
is fireball the same? Is fireball 30-foot radius? Or is it 20?
Fireball's 20-foot radius.
Oh, okay, so basically anything that could fit inside the pink circle if we moved it.
Yeah, let's just move the pink circle. That's a lot easier because everyone's left that. So skadoosh.
Skadoosh. There we go. All right. So the wolf rolling at 20. The guy on top of the wolf rolled. What's his dexterity score? Oh, he failed. Sad. The orc next to the wolf. So you're getting past. And that guy failed.
It is a giant hyena, but if you
and that
imagine
guy
that as a wolf,
passed. So you've dealt 24 damage. No, type, you fucking asshole. 24 damage to him.
I just realised there is a way I could have done what I wanted to do, but
How?
I would have had to use fast step originally. Then it lasts for 1 minute, and I can use it at the end. I can use it as a bonus action for all the rounds within that next minute. So the next time I used it, I could have gone to the guy and then thunderstepped out.
You could have. That is sad. But
Cast Cloud Kill.
well, you couldn't have Cloud Kill up. But I'm assuming you've
Yeah, but I mean, I would have spent 2 goes planning this, and it wouldn't.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, see what happens, Matt, when you don't just fire arrows? It's amazing, isn't it?
So you've cast Fireball. This orange streak lights up sort of through the trees, and all the trees and everywhere sort of like shakes. Leaves fall down. Snow just melts as everything around is eviscerated. A load of orcs have died. The chieftain took a face full of fire. But the wolf seems to have sort of dodged out the way, and in dodging out the way, the chieftain sort of like jolted forward and just took a face full of this flame. So there is those guys still standing. Your fireball is now gonzo. But good job. Good job. Anything else on your turn?
I'm going to head slightly towards Mittens, but not very far because reasons.
Because he doesn't want to get hit. Those are the reasons.
All right, Mittens. What you got?
All right, I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to
You're gonna stand up.
Steel Wind Strike.
Fucking excellent.
Okay.
I knew this was coming, and you hadn't even said anything.
Yeah.
That spell sounds like you've just got a random word generator.
Steel Wind Strike.
It really sounds like they've all farted, and you're just like, I want to steal all their farts.
That's pretty weird.
I was gonna say it sounds very anime, but no. Let's go do your thing a little, Matt.
Steel Wind Striker.
How is he striking then with these farts? You know what, JJ? Your attack can do poison damage if you want.
That's a war crime, that is.
It's
You can't steal other people's parts. That's not on.
I beg to differ.
Clearly, Balzanor knows a way.
That's what the bagpipes are for, isn't it? You just sort of like siphon them in.
Jab them up. What's going on?
I've got a month's worth of D&D humour to get out of the system. Alright.
This is such a lol fuck you squad. Like every photo of the Guardians is really cool, and these guys are just like
As if my current plan.
Yeah.
Stole your farts.
Right.
All right.
First attack against the blue wolf.
First attack against the blue wolf. 19 to hit. Hits.
Okay. 34 damage to the wolf.
34 damage to the wolf. Bye-bye, Wolfie.
Okay.
Your blade just singing through its neck. Just
red orc.
In a red orc.
20 to hit.
20 hits.
37 damage to the orc.
And in the next attack, just completely gone.
Orange wolf.
Orange wolf. Hits.
24 damage to the orange wolf.
Oh, he's alive!
Ah, what a shame. 22 to the blue orc.
Hits.
27 damage to him. And finally, I'm going to appear... I was probably going to miss. I'm going to appear here next to the yellow orc.
Yes, that does miss. Sadly.
I'm just reading that spell description. There's literally nothing more perfect for the situation you were just in.
It is absolutely insane. And the thing is, me and JJ were discussing this, that's a 5th level ranger spell. But for anyone else, a 5th level spell, that's not too much to give. But for a ranger, that's like your creme de la creme of shit.
Yeah. I'm actually going to appear in between the two of them, and then for my bonus action, I'm just going to let out a daunting roar. So they both
Daunting roar.
Wisdom saves DC 15.
Wisdom saves DC 15. Well, the orc rolled a 1, understandably after what happened. And they're both frightened of you now.
Yes, they are.
Fan-fucking-tastic. I think that was a round well spent. How do you imagine your Steelwind strike just fucking cutting through everything?
I imagine there's just this sort of like... The sound is like almost like a cloak like snapping in the wind. And then, it's just like... Each one, it's very anime. There's just like a scythe through the air and then like a pose and then it just disappears again.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden just almost like in an instant, just all of these orcs in this violent sort of cloud of gore just across the way and land very, very much dead. I think it's safe to say. Any bonus actions or anything like that?
Was daunting roll.
I see. Excellent. Geary, you are up.
So
my gal.
This is low. This maelstrom, isn't it? It doesn't obscure my vision of.
It's about 5 feet.
Okay,
high.
so I've just watched him do all of that, and I'll just go, melee's my fucking thing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Bonus action, fighting spirit, and we're gonna hit this guy on the left. I'm gonna warn you now, Ben. This is gonna be 6 attacks, so strap in.
I made 5, and you've got to out.
I can piss further than you.
How are you getting to 6?
Action surge.
Action surge. I see. Right. Okay.
Okay. So got advantage on these hits. So the guy on the left, he was in Matt's fireball, wasn't he? So I'm just gonna hit him.
Yeah. All in my fireball.
Just a normal strike.
Normal strike.
Advantage. Thanks, Lord, for advantage.
18 hits. Yep.
17 damage.
17 damage, and this guy with a very, very quick sort of slash is just out of there before he can even pull his blade up.
That's 1 hit. This guy, this captain, is it like I can hit the wolf or him, or I hit him as a unit?
You can hit the wolf or him.
Okay.
You'd be attacking his legs, I'd say. So technically, he is within range right there.
He's attacking his unit.
So I'm gonna go for the wolf.
Yeah.
So we'll go. I'm gonna make these hits with the -5 for a +10. So these have got advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So 20.
20 hits.
I get to reroll that to 3. Okay, so that's 13, 23 damage.
23 damage, just that attack, yeah?
Yeah, and then I'll hit again with the same thing, -5 advantage on this hit. 21 hit.
21 does hit you.
24 damage.
24 damage.
How's he looking, the wolf?
He's looking fine.
Fine?
He's looking fine.
Well, we'll action surge and hit him 3 more times. So another -5 with advantage. 23 hit.
Fucking hell, man.
Reroll that too.
Oh my.
That's a worse.
That is worse.
That's 22 damage.
22 damage. Okay.
And then same again.
Oh my god.
17.
Oh, 17. Oh, just hits.
Just hits. Lucky ducky. Reroll that too. 5. So that is 17, 27 damage.
Yep.
Is the wolf dead?
No.
We'll hit it again then. 12, that misses.
12 misses.
Yeah, so that's my 6 hits.
Ah, you shit.
I'll come over and D.
I like to imagine that's the sort of shit we're getting up to. It's like Giri just lands 5 out of 6 attacks in 6 seconds. And Bowser's just like, pathetic.
Yeah, so like Giri just sort of sprints up, slashes this orc before it can even get a thing, and with the same sort of like motion, and it's almost like, I mean, it's brutal, but it's like perfectly brutal. Like all the swipes, all the actions are just like to the point, and you can just see the front sort of quarters and face, and everything of this thing is now just sort of bleeding with gore. Even like parts of its skin are hanging off. It doesn't give a shit. It doesn't give a shit at this point. It's just looking at you with very, very hungry eyes.
I did like 100 damage to that thing.
You did close to 100 damage, yeah.
Oh, what's it? Okay. I'm happy with
that. Nicely fucking done. That was absolutely terrifying. Ben's rethinking a lot of encounters now.
Putting a naught on the end of everything's health.
Just so we can survive till its turn. Right. So, anything else on your turn, Gary?
No, I've bonus action and action, so that's kind of everything I can do.
Fantastic. Well, Mittens, this wolf here is like here. So it's going to make an attack against you.
Yeah.
It has advantage.
Did it fail it?
Oh, no. It's a regular hit because it has advantage, but disadvantage from frightened. Okay. Unfortunately, that is a natural 20 just on the regular hit. I'm very, very sorry, my man.
Yeah.
This wolf is taking no prisoners. Can you make me another strength saving throw, please?
Oh shit, that's not going to be high enough.
That is not high enough, I'm afraid. That is, it's rolling very badly with damage though, as it rolled a 1, so that's 4 piercing damage.
Oh, that's okay.
But this huge wolf just jumps on top of you and knocks you to the ground. Or like just with its bite just sort of pulls your leg under you.
Never seen someone be so impressive and so unimpressive at the same time.
And this orc will now make an attack with, just regular hit because the advantage doesn't stack. It's a unnatural 20 on you as a straight roll. D10. Oh, finally! It's 13 slashing damage on you as it finally rolls above a fucking 3 on its damage. This wolf right here and this guy need to roll saves. What saves are they, Nevado? Strength. The orc rolls a 19 natural, so I'm assuming that's a pass. But the wolf fails. Roll only 66. Please.
And roll 3 ones this time.
Please.
Or roll better than 3 ones.
Just roll better. It's not that hard. Congratulations.
Did I kill a wolf then?
That is better. You killed a wolf in the torrent of this maelstrom spinning round and round and round. This wolf is just hit with like just this wave. And you can just hear this like as it's just carried along with the wave and spinning round and round. But this guy managed to finally...
On the subject of war crimes, I'm thinking we can use this to waterboard anyone that won't tell us to find Davyac.
Well, that's just horrible. I've always wanted to run an evil campaign.
It's going that way, isn't it?
So this orc, finally gets out of this torrent of water that's just been racking his nads for the last 5 goddamn minutes. He finally swims out. No one is alive left to be seen. His entire orcish
I made
party.
it, guys.
So he looks around, and in front of him is just this growling wolf. Nevada, make an intimidation check with the direwolf statistics.
What's intimidation?
Charisma.
Oh,
with which a
charisma.
direwolf, funnily enough, has a -2.
-2.
So there we go.
Oh, an 8.
An 8. You're not a particularly threatening. Like you're a direwolf, but you're still Nevado. So you're still. Nevado's really camp, apparently. So this guy's going to run up to you and try. This guy's going to run up to you and try and hit you. Fuck it. He misses with a 4. That's a 9 to hit. So as he just sort of like swings at you with this battle axe, you can just easily sort of leap out the sort of out the back of the way. That is all that's left. Now for this guy's turn. Well, big guy and his thing. Giri, can you make me a dexterity saving throw as these 2 mouths begin to open and seep out some horrid ichor?
Yeah. -1 on these. Promising. Right, I'm going to use my Indomitable to take that again and hope for a better roll.
Alrighty.
11 won't pass.
They both failed, sadly. So we'll take... ...21 points of necrotic damage as seeping from its mouth this horrible ichor of just black... It's almost like black, biley liquid, but also there's this smoke and ichor sort of around it, seeping from it. And it gets to make 1 bite against you with its other mouth. So that is a natural 19 to hit. I'm assuming that hits natural 19. That hits, boy. Right. What's my d6? So that is... Oh, that's pretty good. It's 18 piercing damage.
That is pretty good.
And now this orc on the top grabs his spear. He's going to use his bonus action to tell the others to get on with it and try and get them to make an attack. So I mean, he gets to do it for 3 people, so all of them get to make attacks. So 2 attacks against Mittens. It's a 16 from the wolf.
Yep, it's my AC.
That is 6 piercing damage.
Cool.
The orc attacks. That is 15. Misses.
That misses.
And the orc against Univado. That is 19.
That hits.
That is 4 slashing damage. Then he's going to attack twice himself. So that is a 14 against you, Giri, which I'm assuming misses. A 15, which I'm assuming misses. And a natural 20. Finally, he does fucking something.
Say 2 attacks.
2 attacks. My bad. Just 2 attacks. They both miss. Thank you for reminding me there. You got yourself out of a
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So yeah, this thing just unleashes this torrent against you as, like, almost at the same time as the orc is giving the command for everyone just to get on with it, kill them all. And just after this, and the wolf bites you really, really quick. He just grabs his spear and almost like pointing it down, just sort of trying to sort of point down, jab at you.
He's lost all intimidation if he speaks like that.
Yeah, but he missed really badly. As you're getting a really, really close look at his spear is also coated with a sort of like black, ichory smoke type stuff that's just really creepy in the night. You can hardly see it due to it being nighttime. And realistically, I should have had you roll everything with disadvantage because it's nighttime. But hindsight's 20/20. There we go.
On fire.
That's a very good point. Things are on fire.
Fire.
Fireball probably would have lit up a couple of trees. So I'll allow it.
Massey's horns are still lighting everything.
Yeah, I was literally just about to see that. There's 1 hour. Yeah, they're still alight.
That's a good point. Nevado, you're up, my guy.
Okay. I guess I'll bite.
Let's get this shit over and done
the
with.
guy in front of me.
You will bite.
Bitey bite.
Bitey bite.
So it's +5 to hit, 5 foot reach, 2d6 +3 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
If the target is a creature, is this target a creature? No.
Yes.
Oh.
Everything is a creature, unless it's a construct.
Then
Or a plant.
it must succeed on a DC 13 saving strength throw or be knocked prone.
You need to hit it first.
I know, I'm just saying.
I see. Right.
Just for the record, let the record show.
Just let the record show.
Oh!
That sadly misses as you go to bite this thing, and you manage to bite his axe, but he quickly just sort of twists it and manages to knock it out of your hands. Anything else? I don't think there is anything else you can do. Balzanor, your friend is prone, fighting two things that are scared of him, but they don't look it at the minute. I mean, they do look it, but
very frightened.
They're not showing it.
Right. I'm going to move up here. I'm going to cast Flame Blade.
Nice.
And whack him.
Whack him with the Flame Blade. That does hit.
He better still be alive. I want to try and finish him.
Roll damage on it.
I did, didn't I?
No.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry. I thought
you rolled a hit, sir.
I didn't. There we are.
12 fire damage. And as this sort of blade of flame pulls and emerges from your hands, and you slash down upon him, the sort of like fur armor he sort of got on and things like that just suddenly catch alight, as well as this sort of streaking hot blade down his back. He falls to the ground, screaming, crying, tumbling and spinning, trying to stop, drop and roll, but also dying at the same time. So he's sadly
I wanted to stab him with my horns.
Out of there. I mean, you can stab it's not a bonus action.
You can stab the corpse.
Is it a bonus action to stab with your horns?
The bonus action have to be within 5 feet.
Do you have any movement?
So that's why I went close to him. Yeah.
I see. Well, that's sad. Either way, is that everything?
How much movement did I use? Yeah.
You've done like...
Oh, literally, there's no point. Okay.
Fair enough.
Cool.
Mittens.
Alright. I would like to rage.
Mittens would like to rage.
Barbarian? What?
So, yeah, another roar. This one just more rageful, less daunting. And then I want to try and pick up the wolf and just hurl it into the water.
Yeah, I'd say for that, roll a strength athletic check compared to its own strength athletics check. Cool. To try and lift it up.
On this,
you do get advantage, and it has disadvantage because it's frightened. It can't beat a 27. I won't even bother rolling. You now have it in the air. I'd say roll me just another quick athletics check to throw it and sort of like maneuver it in. Yeah, 24. You're fine.
Get it in there.
I'd say with a 24 you get it pretty far as well. I'd say so you like can move up to the edge of the thing and then 5, 10 as it's just now like smashes into the thing and it just starts like spinning and now like whimpering as like a dog does when it's terrified, but Yeah, it's not having a good day. This direwolf is not having a good day. Is that everything on your turn?
I'm going to use, I guess 10 feet to carry a creature and to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet further to start moving this way.
Cool.
But that's me.
Giri.
So how's this wolf looking?
This wolf is now not looking great. Although it's a very strange sensation where it really doesn't look very good, but it's acting as if nothing has even happened to it. It's still being just as aggressive. It's still being just as horrifying. But it does seem to have somewhat slowed down a little in its movement.
Okay. Fighting spirit bonus action. And then
Boom.
Oh, do I take the minus? I'm going to take the -5 on this one. See what we get.
Alrighty.
Advantage on the hit. 13's not going to hit, is it?
13 doesn't hit, I'm afraid.
Same again. 22.
22 hits.
Let's reroll that 2. Oh, it's 2 again. So 22 points of damage.
22 points of damage.
How's it looking after that? Is that cut deep or?
That is cut very, very deep. It's sort of whimpering on one leg now as your blade is sort of stuck in its sort of hide or shoulder.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're attacking again.
Yeah, but I won't take the -5 on this one.
Won't take the -5, alright.
And I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, nice. Roll damage. 12 damage. I mean, even if it... Yeah.
14 damage.
You needed 3 damage to kill it there. So, good job. As this final... I mean, how do you envisage yourself killing this very large wolf? The orc's still on it.
Yeah. But just off the back of my 5 strikes against it, it just doesn't know what to do with how quick I'm attacking it, and it almost just ends up kind of capitulating in on itself, and it's almost too easy just to ram it in between the 2 heads, basically. I don't know what the internal anatomy of that thing's like, but I imagine I've cut through some sort of lungs or something.
Yeah, you probably cut through the lungs or the heart, as the heart can't be on either side of it, so it's in the center. And very, very quickly it just sort of flops down. I'm going to roll a dex save for the chieftain to see. 18, so he managed to land on his feet, and he is just about here. Anything else on your turn?
I think if I reduce a creature to 0 hit points, I think I get an extra attack, but I think it's a bonus action to use that, and I've already used that for my fighting spirit, but let me just double check.
Go for it.
Yeah, on your turn, when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce a creature to 0 hit points with 1, you can make 1 melee attack as a bonus action, so I can't do that.
Cool.
So I've got a bit of movement, so I'll just move in so that he's in my range and just make a cool pose.
Sounds good. Right. So, next up is the orcs. This one's going to try and hit Mittens. That is a 15 to hit you. Not Mittens. Fuck. Nevada. 15 to hit. I think that does hit the direwolf.
It does. It's a 14 AC.
That is 5 slashing damage. Fucking shit. And the wolf needs to roll a strength save.
That spell should have ended.
That spell should have ended.
Because it's concentration.
Or
do I need to roll?
You need to roll a con save to see if it lasts.
I'm yes.
So it's just a d20 plus 2.
Would it not still be with my...
You take on the physical traits of the thing that you're thinking. So I'll take the roll. So yeah, that's 21. You're fine. You still got it. But it's a good thing because the wolf failed its save. You can't physically roll low enough on 66 to not kill it. It needs 5 damage to die. So, and you can see Mittens, just as you're sort of watching this wolf try and swim towards you, its arms sort of give out. It's taken by the maelstrom, swirling in towards the middle, and then you just see its head in this final sort of yelp sink under the water. Gone. And now this guy is going to shout over to his compatriot to try and make an attack against you. So nat 1. Fantastic. He's done really well. And now he gets to make...
This fight between you two has been awful.
I'm getting flashbacks to Mazzy fighting one orc.
Yeah. That is a 19 to hit you first.
Yeah, that hit.
Cool. As he's got this very, very large spear. So that is... Oh, fuck, maths. 12 piercing damage. Mm-hmm. And... 11 necrotic damage. Sorry, poison damage.
So 23.
23.
First hit, yeah.
First hit. Cocked. And the second one, ooh, that's a 16 to hit.
Oh, just misses, thank the Lord.
Just misses. As the first attack sort of shink right into your, like, just between the crotch of your thing, just about enough to get the poison within you. You manage to bat his blade away, and as he spins around just with the hilt of his blade, with sort of like the hilt of his spear to try and like, spin attack you very, very easily, just sort of block it out of the way. Let's get the shit finished up. So, Nevado, take this mofo down.
Out. But here's a little bite attack anyway. Oh, what the fuck?
Again, you manage to sort of like get the thing of its axe, but it just twists out the way.
You're not used to being a wolf.
Jack, I'm gonna run away.
Gonna run away. Gets an attack of opportunity if you run away.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fuck. Cocked. Yeah. 4. You're alright.
I'm just gonna appear behind Kiri's shoulder.
Say hello to my little friend.
Very useless little friend.
Good doggy.
It's like my paladin and his elk. Just the most useless thing ever.
Elvis trying to attack is great.
I've been trying to train him, but it's not working.
Yeah.
Balzanor, you're across the battlefield.
I am very far away.
You're very far away.
Fireball?
Fireball.
No.
I can do it in a way that won't get them.
Oh God, please, no! God, no!
Oh God, please, no! God, no!
Yeah, do whatever you want.
But you
Just
will
for
mix up.
variety, I'm going to cast Ice Storm.
Ice Storm. Explain to me Ice Storm.
I will put it in the chat.
A hail of rock-hard ice pounds the ground in a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder, centered at a point you choose within range. 300 feet. Yeah, that's fine. Each creature in the cylinder must make a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 2d8 bludgeoning damage and 4d6 cold damage on a failed save, half as much as a successful one. I'm assuming you're doing it so that only he can sort of be within it.
Yeah. So
I would say, as I've said, there is a lot of woodland in and around all these trees, right?
Oh, don't do this.
So make me a check using your spell. So make me a charisma check to see if you can angle it right.
Oh, so happy to see his best stat.
To sort of angle it right to get there.
A save or sorry,
Or a perception check. Your call. Either perception or
Your wisdom can't be good, can it?
perception or charisma check. 7. Gary, can you make me a dex save?
sorry.
Really cold, bro. Tex is not good for me.
And Nevado, can you make me a dex save? As a wolf.
Balsador isn't the smartest guy. I've made this point a few times.
There's not smart and as thick as pig shit, and
I think this is more thick as cow shit.
thick as cow shit, yeah. Thick as Minotaur shit.
That's
VP shit.
That's an 11.
11 for roll the damage. Everyone's taking full damage on this bad boy. As from out of nowhere, just a huge pound of ice just summons in the sky and collapses down.
Yeah.
Doesn't have an additional effect. I swear, is Ice Storm the one that has like extra stuff for spellcasters?
I don't know.
Because it's
So-
not on that description, but I know there's definitely a similar one. It might not be Ice Storm.
Sleet storm, something like that.
Are you doing?
Yeah.
You doing damage?
So it's a
Roll
2d8
roll 2d8.
bludgeoning damage and a 4d6 cold damage.
Yes, sir.
4d6.
Oh, it's dreadful. That's good.
So yes, it's not great. So everyone, please take 17 damage, including this big guy as well.
Pathetic. It makes me sad.
17 plus 9 is 26, right?
Yeah,
Cool, I got 9 more HP.
sweet.
Of your wolf form.
Yeah,
I have my
Your
wolf,
wolf
yeah.
form.
Sleet Storm I was thinking of.
Yeah. Anything else in your turn, Balzanor? Or is there just
I'm going to slowly walk towards the battle.
Please, God, no.
slowly walk towards the battle? This orc randomly in the middle of the field, like, huh? Cool. Next up then would be Mittens.
Alright,
Mittens over the way. You can probably just see this.
I'm going to dash up to this guy and then just be
Oh yeah, he's still there.
angry and menacing.
He's sort of just looking at you. He's pretty beaten up, and he's looking around, and he's heard just a massive pummel of ice, and he's like, he'll never protect me. After
Is he laughing?
the shit show, he's not laughing. Is that everything, Mittens?
Yes, I haven't any bonus actions. So.
Geary, take it away,
Okay.
Milas.
How's he looking? Because he took a fireball.
He's now looking bruised. He's angry, very, very, very angry.
I'm so mad at you.
So furious.
I'm so furious.
Okay. What would
Why so furious?
Kiri do? Kiri would absolutely fighting spirit again. And 3 attacks. We'll use this one to size him up. Advantage. 24.
Hits.
Hits.
Fucking hell, hits.
To reroll the 1. That's a 1. 11 damage.
Yep.
I'll just do 3 standard attacks. So, oh, that's dreadful. That doesn't hit.
Nah, misses.
And 20.
And
There's a sword called Oramis.
that does hit.
Because I've absolutely demolished him in.
In the battle royale.
Yeah, I think
When-
I action surged and hit him with like 4 attacks and just murdered him.
Yeah, because Oramis accidentally bumped into Geary when Geary was invisible, and then Geary appeared and just absolutely destroyed him. And that's putting it lightly.
I did tell him to change
think.
the name, but for some reason he didn't listen.
So how much damage? 15.
26 total.
Was that with the?
I didn't do a -5 on any of that.
Okay, so 26 total for the round, right? Okay. He's still up. Yeah, in pain, but still up. Speaking of, it's this guy's turn, so he's going to make just a. He's an orc, he won't retreat. He's going to make a deft attack against you, Mittens. That's a natural 17, so that's an 22.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 11 slashing damage
Okay.
against you, and then this guy is going to make his 2 attacks Well, he's going to make his bonus action to command this guy to use his reaction to attack you. So that's a natural 1. Fucking fantastic. 2 attacks against Giri. That is a 19 and a 24.
Well, they both hit.
Alrighty. So that is a 9 plus that's 11 piercing damage. And 8 poison damage. And God, I'm rolling all sorts of dice here. And that is 7 piercing damage. The second attack. Oh, for fuck's sake! And 5 poison damage with a 1, a 1, and a 3.
Hang on, you're gonna. I think I'm down. I think it was close, but I think I'm just down. Do you remember what you rolled? It doesn't matter if you don't remember.
This was a 1 and 1 and 3, so that was a 5 poison damage. And no, because I was speeding through it. So it was
I think I'm just
7
down.
piercing damage.
Yeah, it was like 19 from the first one, 7, 26, and then 5. Yeah, I'm down.
Aha!
I would have survived that if some prick hadn't cast a stupid spell on me from across the way.
Yeah, and with this furious blow, Shink manages to just sort of spear Giri just in the side, knocking her down. Can you roll me a con save, please?
Con it is. Oh, I'm good in these. Please see me well. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you're fine. You have no things on going down. Congratulations.
Yeah, I listened to it real quick. It was 12, like 7 piercing, 5 poison.
There we go. What a guess. And he will revel in his victory and level his spear just over your face, shouting towards people, saying, Gylndan! She guides my blade today. Lifting it up, ready to bring it down potentially on the next turn. But Nevedo, you are first in wolf form.
Yeah, can I de-wolf form? Because this
you can,
this ain't working.
This ain't exactly working out for me, Bubba.
And can I cast Sunbeam?
Yeah. Yeah. Sure, you can cast Sunbeam.
In your words, we're about to take a long rest soon, so why not?
Yeah. So you almost de-wolf into this crouched pose. This light beams in your hand, and he needs to make a dex save, DC 16, and fails. No, it con save. I thought it was a dex save. If it's a con save, he passes.
It's definitely a dex save.
I'm pretty sure it's a con save, because otherwise it goes blind.
It is a con save.
Yes. So he passes.
So he takes half as much damage.
He takes half as much damage. So that is 14. Which means he is still up.
He is blinded.
He is not, he passed.
Balls.
As this beam of light sort of streaks past, and he manages to sort of just close his eyes quick enough, use sort of his spear arm up to cover his eyes, but this blast does sort of scorch past his chest. Is that everything?
Mayhaps. Yes.
Mayhaps. Alrighty. Balzinor. Giri has sadly gone down.
Yes. Sad.
Sad.
Anyway.
I'm gonna kill you.
Is Ice Storm concentration?
No, it's instantaneous.
Oh, okay.
That's why I took it away.
Okay, I was just wondering if it was like a persistent thing or if it...
Heal might have been a better use of my spell, because then you'd have been got up and you could have battered him yourself.
So I think he's close. I don't know actually. Now I'm really worried.
I'm still not in range to do anything else, and Mittens looks like he's having
You
fun with his orc.
your sorcerer stuff. You have all the range.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure like Firebolt has 120-foot range.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll rephrase it. I'm not in range to
like
do anything else, so I am fireballing. That's what I was coming to the conclusion.
Fireballing?
Firebolt.
Or Firebolt or Firebolt?
Oh, Fireball. Sorry, I don't have. Oh, I do have Firebolt. Fireball.
Fireball. I will say, still from the angle you're at, there is a lot of trees and shit in the way.
I'm trying to get closer.
You're trying to get closer.
I'm gonna have some fun.
Oh,
For fun, you're gonna kill. All right. Roll a charisma check or a perception check. Your choice.
R.I.P. R.I.P. dude.
It's nice. I'm so
knowing you.
sorry. I really thought
charisma.
that would be a lot easier. Just straight charisma or perception. Your choice.
Where's my perception?
Oh, I can't see it.
It's not good, my friend.
I haven't actually rolled the spell yet.
I'm gonna say you rolled that charisma thing to do it. That's as good as rolling the spell. Streak of orange light surges through the trees, blows up. I'd probably say just like it doesn't even make it towards him. It sort of makes it like here. So both Nevado and Giri are going to be in line with that.
For God's sake.
Nevado, can you make me a dex save?
You should have fucking thought about that before you did it!
Nevado and Giri, unfortunately that's a failed death save. This guy needs to roll a dex save though.
I don't think I'm going to do that.
Oh, don't worry, guys. Doc's here. I've just noticed. He's been here all session.
Roll Fireball. Roll the damage Fireball. That would be quite useful. Fireball streaks through the forest, implodes on the sort of center of this tree, which its entire thing is just sort of its entire trunk sort of blown up. All the trees around it again just sort of shudder all around the area. Giri, you are blasted back into the snow and you slide across the floor away from this guy. Nevado, you pass. You manage to sort of pull your cloak up and blast against the majority of the effects. And you notice, as you sort of pull your cloak back up, that lying next to Giri on the ground is a very dead and singed orc captain. As he failed his save.
Success!
We are still in initiative.
Shit.
Mittens.
Can I
Run.
No, I want to rage again because it dropped on my last turn because I didn't attack anything. And I want to grapple this orc because we need information.
Grapple the orc?
Grapple the orc to prevent him.
So roll an athletics check.
23.
Yeah, as long as you didn't roll terribly there, you passed. He rolled a 7. Plus his strength,
+8,
but
so.
yeah, well, plus rolled a 7 plus his strength,
okay.
so that's 10. So yeah, nice. You have now got the orc grappled. Anything else you'd like to do?
Now I'm just gonna hold him.
Hold. Giri, can I get a death save?
Right, Matt, I want you to know that if I get that one here, I'm dead. And it is
No, you're not going to get that one though, are you? You're just not going to get it.
He came fucking close there, didn't he?
That's too close.
Giri, you're sort of lying there.
I'd go do some absolute bits in the corner. All I get is a bunch of fucking friendly fire.
Giri, you're
so angry.
You're lying on the floor, and just as you think you're about to get up, a sort of just like you place your arm on just a really burned, scorching part of your arm, and it just hurts too much. You fall, cough, and blood begins to fill just so the inside of your mask, and it stains there. We go back to Nevada.
Level 5 kill wounds. Oh, that's rubbish.
Doesn't matter, mate. It's
I'm assuming you're running up to him. Yeah, level 5 kill wounds.
Yeah.
And Giri, suddenly your burned skin go from like shredded skin to just like 2nd degree burns or whatever. And you're okay. You're just lying on the ground, alive. I'm going to say we'll drop initiative as the sort of shout and cry of the war chief was probably heard through the forest. And this orc, now grappled with a fucking minotaur and a lion man stood right there next to him, is probably quite terrifying. Drop initiative. Also, your Maelstrom Storm is still going to go on for a little while as well. If you want to keep that up, you can have it up. If you don't want to have it up, that's fine.
Well, what did JJ just... Tell us where it is. I don't know anything. Tell us where it is.
Yeah, so what are you guys doing? This orc is
I'm
held
making a
by
beeline
mittens.
for Balzanor, and non-lethally, I'm just going to try and hit him with like the flat of my sword.
Yeah, roll to hit.
You're gonna spank him like a naughty boy.
Watch this be dreadful.
I didn't see. I killed the target. I don't know what's the issue here.
Yeah, so
17?
Balzanor, you just see out of the fray comes a very singed, very pained Giri, sort of limping, turns into a stride towards you, and with the flat of the blade, just tunk.
17 damage.
17 damage you take, Balzanor, as the flat of this blade just comes sunk straight across your face.
And I'll just say, what the fuck was that?
I mean,
I don't
the
want to
enemy's
say,
dead.
I don't
You're
want to
not
say too
dead.
much, but if you shove him back a little bit, he'll be in the maelstrom and get dragged.
What did you say, Balzanor?
He didn't die. But I killed the guy. I don't see what's wrong here.
I came fucking close and I'll hit him again.
Yeah.
21.
Yep, roll damage.
That is 13 damage.
13 damage. So you've taken now 30 damage from...
And I'll look at you again. I'll say, has the message gone in, or do I need to hit you again?
I just have anger issues, mate.
My light just flashed before my eyes because you can't shoot straight. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm going to walk off. I'm sick of the sight of this prick.
Yeah, you start to walk off a little bit. Minotaurs in their sort of homelands aren't necessarily known for their natural magics and things like that, so you're probably just coming up with all sorts of things in that in your mind. Although Balzanor, you obviously know that you're a sorcerer. It's very rare, but they're good as any other sometimes. Whereas Mittens and Nevado, you guys have got this orc held very, very firmly. He's dropped his axe now. He's almost holding onto your arms, trying to pull against it. But with the both of you there, he's not doing too great. What would you guys like to do?
Can I bop him on the head with my staff?
Yeah.
Ooh, so intimidating.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just let you hit with this one because he's being held by Mittens. Plus the fact that he's dropped his weapon and has got pretty much all of his attention on Mittens. That's 1 damage plus. Actually, it's 1d6. Actually, roll to hit.
I mean, I don't
with advantage.
strictly want to do damage. I just want to abuse him.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you just pop him on the back of your head with a staff. It's like, let me go, or face Irnaval's wrath.
I hit him again.
Stop it, puny human! Stop it! Now, if you care for these wilds, you would be careful of Ilneval.
Temptation to polymorph into a T-Rex.
That was scary.
I will not say anything. It is pointless keeping me here. Let me go now.
No.
Would you
try that one for sense?
He just why not?
Because we want information from you.
But I've told you I will not give you information.
Men's
Yeah.
the water?
I'll just like grab him and just like turn around and just shove his face into the water for like a couple of seconds.
And this maelstrom is still like spinning and swirling around like a whirlwind. So just
If he fails to save, but try and pull him in, but you're pulling him the other way, so will he just sort of slowly pull apart?
Oh god! I'll say he's gonna make a whiz save.
The jolly
Because,
old bard is
Yeah, I'm gonna say he's gonna make a whiz save. Okay, he's rolled pretty well on this whiz save, so he's sort of there like, you torture me all you would like. I will not say anything against my clan. You doing it again?
No, I'm gonna cast animate objects, and I'm just gonna make a bunch of sticks come to life and just almost like creepy like stick monsters just start like climbing over him. Just like
dear God!
So, like like sticks and stuff on the ground are basically gonna come alive and just start crawling like up his body.
Oh dear God! Okay, yeah, that's pretty creepy. Roll another whiz save. Ooh, okay. What's your spell save?
15.
Oh, okay, so he actually fails. Yeah, so he's there like, this will not work. And he tries to like slap them and push them off, but he's doing a really, really terrible job of it with you still held and still trying to catch his breath from being shoved into the water.
Do orcs have any fears? Like, are they scared of any animals or anything? Or
you can roll a nature check to see what you remember from the past year. Yes, orcs have very few fears. They are a, very, very rageful group. Like the wrath of Grumsh is often one of their big fears. But also, for orcs, it is sort of being part of the clan. Being kicked out of the clan and things like that is probably the biggest fear for an orc. In terms of monsters and things, probably anything magical. Because for them, they don't really understand. Like, you've seen, like, hobgoblins use a lot of magic, and some orcs use some magic. But for the common lowly orc like this guy, anything beyond a beast, or maybe even a monstrosity, or a monster, or like a giant or something like that, is just terrifying, especially when you're alone. So
would they be scared of a pixie?
I mean, you can give it a go. They're not necessarily inherently terrifying pixies in and of themselves. But there we go.
I think I can conjure a pixie. No?
What's everyone else doing at this point?
Can I go investigate the corpse of the leader?
The corpse of the leader? Yeah, roll an investigation check.
Oh, yeah.
So you sort of like you're looking over the corpse, and most of this is sort of like burned to shreds, and it takes you most of your time just to sort of like get down onto one knee, just all burning and aching from just like going down. You take a sort of quick gander over. He's lying on his front, and at this moment, pushing him over to his back to access his sort of front pouches and things is a little too strenuous for how you're immediately feeling. So you decided probably against it at the minute. Have you found something to conjure, or Nevedo?
I mean, I can conjure 8 pixies.
Yeah, I mean, if you would like to conjure 8 pixies, you can.
I'm just going to start asking him, like, we're looking for a human. Blonde hair. Beard. Big scar on his face.
Oh, I know the human. Your general. He has gone missing, yes? Oh, how sad for you. How very, very sad for you.
One of them sort of like claws in a twig, sort of goes in his ear. He just flicks it off like,
I can make it stop. If you tell us where you last saw him.
It was not us. Another group. Only few survived. I don't know. Sort of.
Need something. Give me a location. Where did it take place?
I will not sell out my brothers and sisters of the clan. No, that is not in the orchid way.
Dragging him back towards the water.
Yeah, immediately.
I'm just gonna hold him there while he's holding his breath, and then
just shove him in. Yeah. How long are you holding him there for?
Probably just like 10 seconds again, just
10 minutes.
until the last bubble goes bloop.
Yeah, so 10 seconds again. The water's sort of rushing around his face, but he's like,
It's more just unpleasant.
Okay.
looks around at all of you. One of these animated things, unfortunately, was on his head, and it got knocked off his head into the maelstrom. But another one of them starts grabbing, and then like a twig goes into his belly button and starts crawling up, and then like two of these twig things sort of go onto his neck. He's like,
a camp north of here. A group was sent to collect its supplies in the retreat. They most didn't come back. Another spoke of a warrior. They described him as the traitor, a human.
How far?
Blonde hair. This was a day ago, maybe a day. Depends on how your little lion legs can carry you.
Quite swiftly, I think you'll find, and I'm gonna do like while gripping him, I'm gonna do the cat thing where you just slowly extend the claws to just apply more pressure.
Damn, son.
Quickly.
Good kitty cat.
I'm gonna I'll snarl at that.
That is all I will say. I will not betray the clan any further. At least I can tell them you're coming. Maybe. Or I won't. That wasn't
it just sort of stands there looking at you all.
Look around at everyone. Just like, yeah, we can have this one.
I think it'd be
At this point, he's going to try and attack you and try and escape. So roll just a quick contested athletics check.
Okay. That's not good.
Ah, finally, he
Takes
passes
advantage
one.
of my distraction while I'm looking around.
He escapes. He begins to run. He gets to about there. At which point, yes, a 21 quarterstaff hit does hit. Roll damage.
Okay. Well, yeah. I didn't say before, so probably take the lower one, I guess.
I don't mind which one you go for. He's still up after one quick whack. Mittens, you also get your reaction to make an attack of opportunity.
I will do so.
Oh, fucking hell.
With the
Roll.
Wow.
Yeah, are you doing it lethally or non-lethally?
yeah, lethally at this point. Fuck him.
Yeah, so Nevado sort of whacks him in the back, making him stumble, and then at which point, how would you like to do this with your claws?
Then he like
How do you
trips
just
and
finish
stumbles,
him?
and it's like that classic thing where he's like sort of like on his like back, like trying to like scuttle away, and it just like slowly just like walk over and then just rip out the throat with like one big swipe.
Ow!
I've come back to the group, and I'll assume like Nevado and Balzan are just sort of at the back, and we'll just look at Mittens doing this, and I'll just sort of say, "Are we sure about this guy? you vetted? Was he vetted before he came in?"
Me?
It's around this point finally,
The
probably a
the
little
glowing
sooner actually.
Minotaur, it seems to be a bigger issue for you, Gary.
Oh, yeah, he's in the bad books.
I think you should just whip out the bagpipes and just start playing like nothing's happened.
It's probably a little sooner that finally the maelstrom sort of dissipates, and there is just left a lot of sticks and mud and squelching puddles and everything around. What would you all do in this scenario? You have some sort of a heading, a camp about a day north. Some orcs were sent to take some supplies from there that they missed in the retreat.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say no to a long rest because I burned through my high
Yeah,
level
we've-
spells.
We've done that a lot of spells just because we're going to get a long rest. So
Yeah, I think
Yes,
it was
please.
based on what we were doing before we got into the combat. We were only going to go a little bit further and rest. So I think we just move away from here a little bit and then
Yeah.
set up camp.
Into or out of the forest?
Probably into the forest. I'd say you don't want to camp out in the open.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
And we want to get far away enough from here because this would attract attention. I think it wasn't quiet.
I
was it?
I mean,
Fucking
Yeah,
zombie
well,
fireballs
none
flying
of this
around.
was quiet, no.
what are you talking about?
So yeah, so you can all just move a little bit into the fray, into the woods. There's a few sort of smaller clearings and stuff. While the trees are still fairly far apart from each other, there's a few clearings and sorts of things where you can hole up. Finally, take your rests for the evening. Who is keeping watch? Are you keeping a watch? What is going on with watching?
Cast Tiny Hut before we go to sleep.
Tiny hut.
So we have
Fantastic.
10-foot radius dome to shelter in for
Cool.
8 hours.
Is anyone like staying awake to watch anything at this at any point, or are you all just conking
I
out
don't mind
8 hours?
doing a watch, but if we don't feel we need
you
to,
don't need one.
Hop in and go straight to sleep.
Yeah, so
Cool.
Gary gets some sleep. I'll if no one else is gonna stay up, I'll stay up initially.
Yeah. With Tiny Hut, you can see
I can
out
see
of it.
Yeah, and I can.
Can things see it's there?
I can change its appearance, so I'd probably make it sort of like a mottled green color in the darkness.
Yeah.
To blend in, but it can be seen. But it could also be
Oh, okay.
camouflage.
Okay, cool.
Bathroom passing through spells and effects can't extend through the dome will be cast to atmosphere inside. Comfortable and dry regardless of the outside experience. You can command the interior to be dimly lit or dark. The dome is opaque from the outside or any colour you choose, but it's transparent from the inside.
I see. Okay. Yeah, so you cast that. So who, if anyone, would like to go first on watch? Or are you all just, like you say, you're going first. So everyone settles down, everyone gets to sleep pretty quickly. A long day, and sort of even longer evening finally settles in, and you sort of sit down, gathering your things, maybe just sort of like checking over some of your instruments and things like that. Are you doing anything specific during this time, or are you just sort of
No, I think just sort of tending
chilling out?
to my wounds, tending to my gear, that sort of thing.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, we haven't
It
really
is-
got any like maps or anything off the arena. I'm going to study or work on at the moment.
Not really at the minute, no. How long would you be on watch for? if not necessarily everyone is taking watch.
Well, probably.
So I'll take watch as well. So I'll swap.
Yeah,
Okay.
We'll just like wait a couple, maybe like 2.5 hours. If no one else is sort of like gets up to relieve me, then I'll probably just go to sleep and just leave it. But if Bowser wants to follow on, then.
So it's probably after about 2 hours. In the distance and from outside, you can hear sort of a creaking of wood around the area. Things moving, the ground unsettled, and soon you can just hear this as it gets closer and closer and closer. Finally, this thing turns a corner around one of these very large trees, and you can see this huge being, this huge humanoid being made of boulders and stone. The stones seem to be randomly sort of shaped, like not necessarily carved stone, but they themselves make a somewhat humanoid body with arms that almost like a sort of square, stocky figure with arms that stretch down to just about the ankles. You think if like the fingers were extended, they could probably brush the ground as it walked. It has 2 sort of glowing white eyes on the top boulder that could resemble a head, even though there is no like neck. And you notice that it only has 1 arm as it walks, and it walks with this strange gait. And in fact, with this uneven balance, one of the arms does sort of just like sort of drag behind it a little bit as it's walking. It looks around the area briefly, and you see it, and then just walks slowly and surely over to you. It stops in front of your tiny hut. It looks around, looks up, down. It pokes the top of it. There's a ripple that emanates out. Boom, boom, boom.
On the dome?
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, just on top of the dome. This thing is also about sort of 15 to 20 feet tall. It's a pretty big fucking thing.
Sorry, am I the one who's awake? Because I said I'd go on after.
At this point, Mittens is probably still awake. It's only a couple of hours after everything that's happened. What would you be doing at this point, Mittens?
I would probably just like try and sort of softly wake everyone up, just so everyone's like, and just be like sort of quiet, and like try and get everyone to keep quiet, but just so everyone is like aware and can ready themselves.
Yeah. Again, you just hear boom, 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 boom.
You gonna get that?
Walks sort of around to the other side. Boom, boom, boom. And it's there for about sort of a minute or two, just every now and again. Boom, boom, boom. Looking around. Walks around to the other side. Boom, boom, boom. Looking around. Walks around to the other side. Do you do anything, or do you just stay within the...
No, I'm just gonna,
within the hut?
I'm just going to stay with it, because if I leave it...
Just chilling.
Just chilling, yeah?
I think it can hurt us in here.
Yeah.
Can
After a while...
sound go outside?
Mm-hmm. It can, yeah. It's not soundproof. So
Okay. Well, wouldn't necessarily be me, but if I could say, like, should we just talk to it? It's not very hot. This isn't hostile. It's more inquisitive, isn't it? Hello?
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 Hello there. Hello.
Hello there.
Hello. Is Magic Ball. Hi.
My name's Korg. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
How are you, Magic Ball?
I'm alright. How are you?
Good, yeah. I have a problem, Magic Ball. Do you have eyes? Do you have
I can
eyes
see
in
you.
there?
Sorry, no, I can see you.
You can see me. Oh, fantastic. I heard all the explosions and things. Are you a ball that can blow things up?
When required, yes.
That's good.
Scratches the top of it. You can just hear the grinding of the stone on stone as it does.
I have a problem, Magic Ball.
You said already. What's the problem?
My arm, and instead of just going like this, he does extend his arm over his head and around to his armor.
I've only got one arm, Magic Ball.
If you lose it.
I don't know. I think someone nicked it. So I have a question.
Go on.
Have you seen an arm around it?
Can we give you a hand in finding it?
Is that meant to be a joke about my lack of hand?
Puts a thumb up.
It was very funny.
I'm gonna walk outside the dome.
Oh, you're not a Magic Ball?
No, we're in a magic ball.
Person. Or just a person?
Scratches his head again.
Are you a magic person?
Not especially, no.
Oh. Right. Well, same question to you then as I asked the Magic Ball person. Have you seen an arm?
No, we've not seen an arm.
Ah.
Where did you last have it? Let's start there.
Well, I was up there.
And he points towards the mountain. And I went all the way down there. And from your angle, all you can see is, because he's pointing towards the mountain, and then with his finger from his eye line, moving down the mountain. But to you guys, it's like he's just doing this. Just wiggling with his hand.
And I went down there, and then it was about there. I fell. And then I was, over there. And I thought I'd go down for a quick kip. But I woke up and my arm was gone.
What's your name?
My name's Jeff.
I was I don't think I have one. I only woke up a few years ago. I think I was under some kind of spell, and it didn't work.
Can I name you then?
Oh yeah. Can it be a good one?
Oh, of course. I don't know how much you know about Ambyr's history, but I'll give you a name. This has got a good investment on it because I think the person will go on to do great things, and it kind of fits as well. I'm going to call you Lone Hand.
That won't be very good when I get my arm back now, will it?
I
But then
take that as a sign of how optimistic I am about finding a arm.
But you think my arm's lost?
Well, it sounds like it's lost, Lone Hand, but I think we can find it.
Do you have any other names in mind?
Magic Ball?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm a Magic Ball. I like Magic Ball.
Nice to meet you. Reaches down this huge hand, which is probably about the size of your torso to your head.
Yeah. I'll just put my hand on his finger. Shake it.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Magic Ball.
Who are you?
I'm Giri Kubo.
Giri. That's a funny name.
Okay. I've got some friends. They're being a bit shy.
I'm gonna come out at this point.
Oh! Is he a magic person too?
This one is a magic person, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh! Magic person! Have you seen my arm? The magic ball hasn't, and the non-magic person hasn't. Giri, have you seen it?
I can see one arm.
That's not helpful. Wait, unless you can see another arm other than my one around here.
Starts looking around frantically, just like spinning on an axle of his hip.
I can ask the wildlife
Ask the what?
to search for your arm.
Really? Oh,
I'm a magic person.
you can really do. Oh, you magic people are great. Oh, all right. Can you ask it? Has it seen my arm?
Sure. With speak with animals, do I have to be able to see any animals?
I mean, not necessarily. You can just like shout out, "Has anyone seen this man's arm?"
Can I do that?
Yeah. Just make me a quick persuasion check.
Persuasion check.
Yeah, just as a general sort of like.
I'm not so confident with those
Oh,
as I used to be. Oh, very good.
You don't get much of a response, other than at some point in your eye you just say, "No, fuck off! I'm sleeping." Why is everything up here Aussie? And you're not quite sure what it was, but it came from like you look up and there's like a nest just up the way. So it's probably some kind of bird. But otherwise, you can't hear anything else speak to you immediately. You can try and find a specific animal during this time, if you'd like. Roll a investigation or perception, but otherwise, that's basically it.
Any owls or anything in the vicinity? Let me roll.
Yeah, roll investigation or perception. Yeah, so you sort of look around, you look up at this one, and then you can just hear, "Well, no, how about you shut up, good sir?" And you look over the other way, and there's an owl. A pretty large owl, like this sort of big, just sort of perched on this thing, sort of white and grey, dappled sort of feathers. But it's there, just sort of sitting, looking out. Oh. What are you looking at down there?
You seen this man's arm?
That man's. That is not a. It's an odd man. No, I haven't.
Can you have a look for it?
Maybe. Do you have food? I want to eat.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
I can give you some meat.
This arm, how would you like to eat that? No, sorry. Carry on.
Yes, that could be arranged. What meat?
Generic 1 day's ration meat.
What is a ration?
It's a type of rodent.
Ah, rodent. Fantastic. Swoops down, lands right in front of you. May I have it now?
I'll give you some now and some when you return.
Seems like a fair deal. All right then.
we like put a bunch of shrooms in our food.
All right then. Some now. As you reach it out for him, he just like quickly just sort of flaps his wings up, snatches it, and then he sort of flicks himself up and starts sort of flying around the area, round and round and round, and I don't know how long you guys would want to wait there for, but Magic Ball is stood there, and he is sort of up, and he can't quite spin his head round, so he's more just moving his whole body, watching this owl go round and around the area, and then he loses sight of it, so he kind of just makes up where it goes, but then it appears over there, so he's like, watching it go round and round, and then it swoops way back down to you, perches itself on top of Magic Ball. Your arm, good sir, is over there. Points with his wing straight forward.
Oh, is it a magic bird?
Yes.
Oh, hi, magic bird. My name's Magic Ball.
Knocks the bird off.
Oh, I'm sorry, magic bird.
Magic Ball is quite a cumbersome name. Maybe something a little bit like awesome.
You're a... What's that? What's that? You're a magic thing. Like a magic cat with legs. But 2 legs. 2 arms. Or not a magic cat. I don't know. Awesome.
Mostly magic cat, yes.
Awesome. Maybe I can be called Magic Ball Awesome. Don't you people have like surnames?
No, I'd go Awesome Magic Ball. I'd definitely go that way around.
Awesome Magic Ball.
Yeah, so Awesome Ball with your middle name Queen Magic. Awesome Magic Ball.
Oh,
3 names.
That sounds good. Oh, in one evening, I've got 3 names. Met some magic people. A magic bird.
Who at this point, after he's knocked it off his head, isn't getting up off the ground.
Can I use Cure Wounds on Gerald?
Yeah. Yeah, you go over, cast Cure Wounds, and the owl sort of like just flutters up, gets up. What? How outrageous! Spins around, lands on a twig over the way, looks at you. Well, no, I deserve double. Surely. Outrageous.
Can I look over at Mittens and translate and just say, "Can I have some of your rations as well?"
Yeah, I'll just hand over one of the rations.
Cheers.
Ah. Excellent. Swoops down, picks them up, flutters away off into the off into the night.
Don't leave.
Manages to sort of he doesn't really go very far. More just goes back to the perch he was on, and then without even eating many of the rations, just sort of stuffs them in a little hole in the tree, perches up to the hole, and then just sort of hoo. But obviously, you just hear it as hoo, but everyone else hears it as hoo. A nice thing. Oh.
Why is he just shouting who?
Who what? Oh, well.
Listen, we're kind of tired after being some of us got a little mildly blown up.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, that's why I came over here to see if any of you knew.
Do you want to just take a nap with us for a little bit, and then we'll look for your arm when it's light?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. 'Cause what can you magic people see in the dark? I know some people can't. Like Giri.
A little bit.
A little bit. Ah.
But it's much better.
I mean, well, I can do this.
And his lights suddenly turn into like headlamps that light up the area. And as he's looking at you guys, that just blinds you immediately, like very, very painful. And then he just dulls them back down. Oh, that was a bit bright, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
How'd you do that? Awesome.
Well, I'm a magic ball.
You certainly are.
No, I'm awesome. Magic Ball, who is magic, I think. I've got this.
And he turns around with his arm, and you can see there's a symbol on his back that has a very, very large sort of crack through it now. The symbol is a strange sort of like runic type thing. And where the symbol sort of is almost like sort of a glass, almost. but this crack has cracked a lot of the glass sort of in and around and splits it with a very, very visible sort of like jagged thing. I think that allowed me to do this. And again, headlamp straight in your face. Off. Well, did I just read that? Well, you know what? Yeah. I'll take a little nap. Might as well do it in the daylight, yeah. And I don't need to use my thinker. Alright, you know what? I'll wait here and you all stay in your magic ball. Good night. Good night, Giri. Good night, Catman. Good night, magic person.
Orson.
Yes.
It's Catmandu.
Catmandu. Good night, Catmandu. Good night, magic person who speaks to magic birds. Good night, magic ball. Dum dum. Turns around and very sentinel-like turns on his lamps and just starts spinning round and round and round like that. His legs staying perfectly still, slightly sort of like slightly bent, and his hips are the things that move, not his head or anything like that, just his hips. His arm just like sort of like dragging one side of him down, and he just stays there like that for the entire rest of the night.
We can see out the dome, can't we?
You can see out the dome.
So nice going to sleep with a fucking lighthouse next door.
Yeah. You guys can all go to sleep. Anyone who would wake up for any kind of watch would just occasionally just hear Orson just going, "Who? Who? Who's he? I wonder who he's looking for. Who?" But otherwise, the long rest passes without incident. You can all fill up everything, and with that, we will end the session there. Apologies, I've gone slightly over.
I don't really know what happened there.
I'm really confused.
Yeah, I feel a bit like that was such a tone shift.
I think they've got rid of the long rest button then.
What?
There's a long rest button.
In the
This is
month,
news to me.
in the month that we were away, they added in a button that basically meant you could click it and it would refill your HP to max. It would refill all of your spell slots back to what they should be, and it would refill half of your hit dice as well. If you're a warlock, it would refill all of your spells on a short. If you click the short rest button, it was next to where, like just above your like abilities on the right hand side.
Yeah, it was above your features. Section.
Yeah, it was very, very cool. But there we are.
Where you put all your arrows and stuff on Mazzy Mat, it was underneath.
Yeah. But there we are. Thank you all very, very much for joining me. I hope you're all happy to be back. Look forward to seeing you all next week. Any critiques or comments, let me know.
Keep putting in lovable NPCs that I want to keep forever.
Where did you get the idea from him? For him, it generally must have been Korg.
No, I mean it sort of was, but mainly it was from the weirdest of things, Elden Ring. I was watching some Elden Ring gameplay, and there's a guy who comes up to you and he asks, and he's like this huge ogre-like dude, and he's got a sword in the middle of him, and he asks if you can just take it out. And for this massive dude, he's got a little voice like this.
Oh, that's cute.
Very, very lovable. And you get to keep the sword, but if like the guy I watched was like nearly max level dude pulling out the sword, and it's like really, really shit.
It's the thought that counts. Hey?
It's the thought that counts. But there we go.